I parked on Katonai Avenue and sat for 30 seconds before getting out. It's an intelligence division habit I'd never been able to shake. A threat inventory. Most nights it produced nothing. That night it produced nothing too. I went inside. I didn't turn on the lights. I stood at the kitchen window looking out at the street, thinking about Des and the burst transmission and the slow infrastructure of an enterprise that had been building for 2 years before it began to sell what it built. I was thinking about all of this when the window above the fire escape rattled. Not a sound, a vibration. The specific micro-movement of a sash lifted from outside with something thin inserted between the frame and the sill to depress the lock. Precise, practiced. I was moving before the window was fully open. I went to the wall beside the coat rack, put my back against it, and waited in the dark. A figure came through. He was medium height, lean, moving with the deliberateness of someone who had rehearsed this. He paused on the threshold to let his eyes adjust to the interior dark. Professional. He was giving himself the same 30 seconds I'd given myself outside. He didn't get them. I took the coat rack off its wall bracket by the base. It was solid wood, brass hooks, maybe 6 pounds. I swung it horizontally in the space waist where his head was going to be when he stepped through. Timing is everything. You don't swing where the target is. You swing where the target will be. The brass hooks caught him. The sound was what violence actually sounds like, which is nothing like the movies. The hit was serious but not stopping. Serious men don't go down from one blow, and this one was serious. I could tell from the way he recovered, one arm up to protect, body lowering to drop his center of gravity. The hallway was tight. I used the tightness, drove him back into the window frame with my forearm across his throat. His hands found my forearms and tried to peel them away, and he was strong, strength that runs deep, but the position were wrong for him. You can't generate force with your arms when someone has pinned your upper body and feet are off the ground. His knife came out in the scramble. I pinned the wrist against the floor. He had the angle for 1 second and then I took it from him, bending the wrist inward against the joint. The small bones a crack that was precise and final. And the resistance went Kemble, the desperate thrashing of a body that has passed the tack point of thinking. You came in through the window. So either you're an enthusiast of difficult entrances or you know something about my routines. Whoever sent you did reconnaissance. Loom. Something in his jaw changed. Barely visible. You're not going to tell me anything. That's professional of you. But here's what I'm going to tell you. 3 people are dead. 17 people are in prison for things they didn't do. And now someone sent a man through my window, which tells me one thing clearly. We're close. Close enough that someone is afraid. There's a card in my front jacket pocket. If the person who sent you wants to have a different kind of conversation, that's the number. Go. Someone inside the Loom had decided the threat of continued investigation, the risk of escalating by targeting at a detective. Whatever I'd done in the last 48 hours, I'd pulled hard that someone felt the freshness of the tug. Below that, they know where I live. If the Loom had my home address, they had access to my personnel file, which meant they had someone inside the NYPD. The thought had been forming for days. Now it arrived with the clarity of a deduction whose time had come. I wrote one more word at the bottom of the page. I didn't know the name yet, but the shape of it was there, waiting.